everyone, you are watching the Bharat and I am Divya presenting today's news bulletin. Let's start with some important headline first. 1 million tons of rice stuck at India port after rice export ban and duty imposition. Shankaracharya Swami Swarupanand Saraswati of Dwarka and Shardapit died on Sunday at the age of 99 years old. Ukraine accuses Russia of attacking power grid after losing ground in Kharkiv. Weather will be disturbed. Yellow alert of heavy rain in Dehradun and Bageshwar for next 24 hours. Sri Lanka thrashed Pakistan by 23 runs to clinch 6th Asia Cup 2022. Now news in details. Last week, the Indian government banned the export of broken rice with immediate effect. Moreover, the centre imposed a 20% export duty on non-basmati rice, expect the boost domestic supplies. Now, a Reuters report has revealed that the nearly 1 million tons of grain is trapped at the Indian port as buyer refuses to pay the government's new 20% export duty. According to AIREA, approximately 750,000 tons of rice that can be exported is lying at the Indian port. Additionally, at least 350,000 tons of broken rice is lying at numerous ports scattered across India. Shankaracharya Swami Swarupanand Saraswati of Dwarka and Shardapit died on Sunday. He was 99 years old. He breathed his last in Narsinghpur, Madhya Pradesh. Swarupanand Saraswati was considered the greatest religious leader of the Hindus. Swarupanand Saraswati celebrated his 99th birthday a few days back. As soon as this sad news came, there were despair among the people. Every section and many organizations have expressed deep sorrow over his becoming a Brahmin. It has been described as a big loss of the entire country. At the same time, from 6 p.m. on Sunday, his body has been kept in the ashram for the devotees to see. On Monday, 12 September, people will be able to see him till 2 p.m. and at 4 p.m. Gurudev will be given samadhi in the garden located near the temple. The region of Kharkiv has emerged a latest conflict zone in the ongoing Russian invasion of Ukraine. After Ukraine gained some ground thanks to the resistant forces, Russia related with coordinated attack of various infrastructural facilities in the eastern Ukraine on Sunday. The attacks on Kharkiv continued for a long time and it ended up damaging the power and water supply for most part of the city. The mayor of Kharkiv city, Igor Terikov, described it as an act of revenge on the part of Russia, who were left reeling after losing their foothold in the region. A 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck Papua New Guinea on the Sunday, September 11, damaging several buildings, causing landslide to occur and claiming the lives of 5 people and injuring several others. The earthquake was felt as far as the capital city of Port Moresby, located nearly 480 kilometers 300 miles. Out of panic, the residents living close to the sea retreated to higher land while reporting that the water level has unexpectedly decreased. Residents in the northern community reported intense checking. The shock building assessment and the resources attempt are challenging because there are very few paved roads, government roads and minimal connectivity in the area. Moving ahead in the news, let's talk about some major news of Uttarakhand. Today the weather will be changed again in Uttarakhand in the view of the possibility of heavy rain in Dehradun and Bageshwar in the next 24 hours. A yellow alert has been issued. There is a possibility of heavy rain at some places in these districts, while there is a possibility of rain and thunderstorms in some areas. Vikram Singh, director of the Meteorological Center, says that in the view of the possibility of heavy rain in Dehradun, Bageshwar, people living on the bank of rivers, stream as well as the people living in the landslide prone areas need to be careful. We'll be back after a short break.
हमारा इसमें बहती ज्ञान की गंगा है, इसमें रहती प्रेम की यमुना है, सिद्धांतों का उच्च हिमालय है, भक्ति सिखाता एक तिरंगा है, गुरुकुल जैसा प्यारा ये ITM हमारा, सच्चे सपनों सा प्यारा ये ITM हमारा, ITM हमारा ये इंस्टीट्यूट हमारा, सच्चे सपनों सा प्यारा ये ITM हमारा, ITM हमारा ये इंस्टीट्यूट हमारा, सच्चे सपनों सा प्यारा ये ITM हमारा.
Welcome back to the Bharat. Armed with the shield of audience, the state government is preparing to approach the Supreme Court for 30% horizontal reservation of women in government jobs. Now she can make domiciles of the basis of horizontal reservation. Under the chairmanship of Chief Secretary Dr. S.S. Sandhu, it has been decided that a special ex gratia petition SLP will be filed in the Supreme Court against the interim order of the High Court. Prior to this, the government is taking the precedent of those major decisions taken in the past from the Supreme Court, in which relief has been given on the basis of domicile. Of course, those cases were related to out-of-job admissions. As thousands of students enrolled in Chinese medical university are stuck in India due to COVID-19 protocol, the Indian government has issued an advisory to prospective students outlining the risks of the pursuing their higher education in China. The government highlighted various risks. Among them are the poor pass percentage, mandatory learning of the official spoken language, Putonghua, and the stringent norms to qualify the practice in India. Latest directive come are the most of them have struggled to return to China as the direct flight between the countries has remained inoperative since November 2020. Restrictions. Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant has recommended a CBI inquiry into the death of BJP leader and TikTok star Sonali Fogart. Sonali Fogart died after a party at the resort in Goa. Sonali Fogart's family consistently demanding a CBI inquiry in the case. The Haryana government has also supported the demand of the relatives. Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant has recommended a CBI inquiry into the death of BJP leader and TikTok star Sonali Fogart. Sonali Fogart died after a party at a resort in Goa. Sonali Fogart's family are constantly demanding a CBI inquiry in the case. The Haryana government has also supported the demand of the relatives. The world has seen the kind of rage that Pushpa the Rise has created with its release, while the film wanted to register its success at the box office all over the world. Allu Arjun's craze, the Pushpa Raj from the film among the audience has shown an unprecedented effect which is still visible around the corners. While the film has created some really amazing example of its success, now it went on the win award on its name as South Indian International Movie Awards. South Indian International Movie Awards SIIMA reward that the artist and technical achievement of the South Indian film industry. The 2022 edition of the Asia Cup saw high-octane action right through the end. The final of the tournament saw Sri Lanka thrash Pakistan to lay claim to the mantle of Asia Cup champions. The win marked the sixth time the Sri Lanka have raised the coveted Asia Cup trophy over their heads. Notably, this is their first win since 2014. However, the Sri Lankas maintained an airtight defense against Pakistan, offering them no room to breathe. Pakistan's tally of runs was bolstered by Sri Lanka's Dilshan Madhusankar as he offered the man in green a 10-run lead at the start on the innings. That's all for today. Thank you for watching the Bharat.